Hi there and welcome to another episode of Simply Tech. Today we'll be looking at the Soundpeats Watch 1 smartwatch and activity tracker. And what we have in the box is the watch, the instruction manual and the proprietary magnetic charger, which we'll have a look at in a little moment. First thing we do is charge it. Now it does come with the proprietary charger. It is magnetic, so it will only go on one way, which is fantastic. So if you try to put it on the other way, the reverse polarity will just not allow you to connect it. Now on the back we've got the heart rate monitor and the little notch there to remove the 20mm band in case you want to purchase a different color and put that on there. Now this watch is an all plastic construction, so don't expect any premium materials in the build, but it doesn't feel cheap and nasty. When we hold down the display, it allows us to flip through the 5 different watch faces that you can choose from. Now I tend to like this one here, which gives you an overview. And if we scroll up, it does give us some quick access menus that we can have a look at. If we hit settings, it allows us to go in and change the watch face, so you don't have to hold it down for a few seconds. Now one of the things that impressed me about this watch is the bright display. It's a TFT LCD display, but when you have a look at it, it is extremely bright. Now you can control your music player on an Android or Apple device. Tends to work well with the Android phone that I have, and I control Spotify on there, so that worked okay. You can click into the messages menu to have a look at any messages that have come through on the watch. You can also have a look at your sleep cycle. Now if we cancel out of that and have a look at some of the other functions on here, you do have weather, which you can control via the app, and we'll have a look at that a little later on. There are a few sports modes that you can actually configure through the app, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. In this case, these are the default ones which are already set up on the phone. As you can see, it's got the timer, beats per minute, and the distance traveled via the GPS. Now it does have a heart rate monitor, so when you set it up, you can go in there and track your heart rate, and of course the stats. Now we'll have a look at the stats in a bit more detail on the app a little later on, and then we're back to the main menu there. Now when you scroll in from the left, you do have the breathing training. You can set this to 1 to 2 minutes, and I'll show you how that works right now. Basically it allows you to breathe in for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and it continues right there for 1 to 2 minutes. This is the app that you can get through Google Play or through the App Store if you're using an Apple phone. You'll see the heart rate recording and the sleep record. You can turn either one of those on or off by clicking on the blue button there and just switching them off. Now you can set a target for the activity, you can set a distance, duration, or the amount of calories that you wish to burn, and it will monitor those for you. Well, motion management, as we saw before, there are 3 main activities that are default. Just click on each one of those red buttons and it'll remove that particular activity, and you can replace it with one of the green activities on there. Now if you have a look at the device settings, some of these are turned on and off. You can easily turn each one of these settings on and off. In this case, I have the SMS reminder and the call reminder turned on. The watch does vibrate for each one of those alerts, so just turn those off when you're doing your exercise if you don't want to be disturbed. If we scroll down, we have the universal settings. Now in there, it'll allow you to change basically the screen brightness. Now we saw that on the phone before, but this is how you do it through the app. If we exit out of those settings and just click on that little sun in the top left-hand corner, we can have a look at the weather. Now we can change the weather between Celsius and Fahrenheit depending on what part of the world you live in. When we exit out of that and hit the watch in the top right-hand corner, it basically will allow us to have a look at the daily, weekly, or monthly activities. So in this case, we've got it on daily. Now with this, it's real simple to use. You can click into each one of those blue columns to have a look at how many steps you've done hour by hour. There's also a quick summary underneath all that, showing you the steps, the distance, and the calories which were actually burnt. And then we've got the weekly and monthly view, which is basically just a summary. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very quick look at the Soundpeats Watch 1. If you did like the content, remember to hit like and subscribe for updates on new videos.